In the aspect of determination, no, there must be a principle, a thing that must be there, principle, rules and regulations. Let's take schools for instance, institutions, or more rules and regulations that makes them feel the power, feel much in control of their business, of their school, of whatever they find themselves in. That's the aim we want out here, to feel much in control of our lives. Osage Mike Kelvin here on my channel. I give you the right information you need to undergo the financial free life you need on earth. So if you are here right now, consider subscribing because there are much videos like this. Today what I will start with now on the principles of rich influencers and also principles of rich people, no, is learn, study very hard. It's not the sense of say to school them. Today people have make education to the extent say you're limiting to the extent say to school them so on to school them they are school. But let me tell you, school, which is education, no, observation is part of education. Observation is a word, a formal part of education. In to school them not miss observation is what I'm doing. Until at the end, you know, what is here and they say, maybe you so much of physical thing. Maybe my whole deal more. And I'll use so arguing. But let me tell you, 45% of students, I've said this before, I think this is the second time I'm saying this. 45% of students come out with useless certificate and find your shit. So if you are not in the education sector due to something, there's no problem. Know this. Studying is big. I can see across any classrooms. There are countless of institutions operating not on education, not on something here, just on something out here, something practical. Let me tell you something. Rules and regulations, it starts from here. You have to know something in your head before you can do something for yourself. You can't just stand up one day and make rules and regulations for yourself just because you think you are on earth. You need something up here and set rules and regulations towards that thing you want to achieve. That's why you need to get something in your head. Learn, study very hard. Today people don't want to study. Many problems. But what you want to achieve needs study. And here something precious to base itself on. As I said, everything starts from here. Today people waste their lives for education and people don't really think it's important. Control. When it comes to the mind development now, it invests time. It needs time. 15 years, 20 years in education just to get something called education in their heads. So don't take it as a speech and as a statement. It's something very important, something very useful, something very important, bro. And the next step, get the right information. And about this step, people are really confused about get the right information thing. Let me give you a clear example about get the right information thing. Let me show you how much the insurance could not traffic. Me say insurance better. Although you better, but some insurance 5, you better 2, you better 1. If it's a time now, be the insurance could not honor say and tono. That time, a young boy, people are coming from their homes. A young boy, and to come to now, I don't know if you know their bed in a corner. Into a young some boy, into dehydration in your day, and by it's that time, say you don't you now. Me here keep on moving. Me here is not over. Me here never give up. Me here push hard. There me here is someone who tell me say, Nana, that time now doing so na could area anymore. Area wouldn't so na could not traffic anymore. A young boy. Say me a young boy. Say you 1, say you 2, say you 12, say 11, no. Say me a young PA. Right? Because you are trying to solve a problem out there. It's come do be and our man is your unknown. Into a young bar fakujinem, yebeto. A 5, yebeto 4. I can't guarantee say between by the right time people are more wanting in here in you. These are the right information we need. And if you still don't get this, let me tell you something about role models and how you can get the right information from your role model. To be able to get a role model, today people are attached to people because of their lifestyle. I mean, their lifestyle is what they are doing. Me role model, I will be honest, because what I'm trying to achieve in life, they have it, they have achieved it and doing more. So the reason why they are my role models is say they are doing what I want to do. Whenever I need something, I need the right information, I go to them via social media and podcast shows, and say, this is the problem I have about what I'm doing. You have been able to do it. What should I do at this point? These are principles that you need to set for yourself and get the right information. When it comes to the step of get the right information. So it's a clear step. You have to know. Today, people are in businesses they are struggling very hard because they think they know everything. If you know something, so it's a fact for you to know. Say people know more than what you know, and then people think that when they know something, nobody can know it. Nobody can know more than what he or she knows. And it's not a good feature about people, and yet a good thing to do as a person who you really want to achieve something. And the next step, is pretend to be dumb. And pretending to be dumb, is not something you do it for real. You are pretending to be dumb, but deep down you are doing something. People give out what they are doing, and some people are smart to the extent say, he think twice of what you are doing. So don't put what you are doing out there. Don't put what you are doing out there. Have everything in bulk and do it deep down. The fact is you are doing it. Or the trouble until MLBBR. A fact say keep it down. Because you are doing it. It's a fact. So that's all you need. You are doing it. That's all you need. You need not to be putting it out there. Pretend to be dumb. And the fact here is we are doing it. These are principles that am feeling much in control, have a power of your life, in your life, about your life. And the next step out, I'm passionate about this next step. You give more, you get more. If you are solving or putting much in, you'll be getting much more. Today, people are wasting their life and thinking and trying to hack the system or make a fool out of the system, and there are forest trades and stuff and mess up. But people don't want to invest. But people are making living out of this thing. That forex trade thing. People are making billions out of these things. Very, 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 very good. But I have a couple of friends they put in 500 cedis. A quarter thousand Ghana, no 500 cedis, nothing. Not 500 cedis, no. I said, after that, he's right where he or she is. Invest something big and do something big. Much more bigger. That's what this life is about. But I don't know. People think they can be wise enough in the field of financial free road. Bro, let me tell you, if you try to be wise, someone is much more wiser than you. So when you nyansa, but I say nyansa, that's what we need. If we are ready to learn, someone is ready to teach, or someone is teaching. The next step is solve a much bigger problem. Here, it really relates to something big. If you have money, this is where you need to stick to, or something like that. Solve a much bigger problem. Okay, there might be an idea. It require small petty. But here we are talking about something big. Solve a much bigger problem. When it comes to bigger problems, maybe a bit smaller things, and I say be marketing TV. But here you need to invest money, things on the mature. Yeah. So it's a thing for a rich people. Here I need not to explain it much more. Needs resources. the problems you need to solve for yourself. There are problems. The Amazons, the AT&Ts, they are solving much bigger problems in the world, and they are making much bigger money. So if you want to be solving much bigger problems, sit down, study the market, and do something big. The next step is think what nobody will think. Thinking what nobody will think is much of an observation thing. Be the last one to speak is what I really put to explain this step. Be the last one to speak if you really want to think what nobody is thinking. Because some person can't their own journey. I need to know what you are thinking in order to think what you are not thinking. Some person may journey their own journey. And person I will say me who their own journey and some me who their own journey. Right? Until I sit back and take, if we are on a table, met tonight actually, and I say met chain. Now obi a wakasa biya kasa. Now my ideas, I'll collectively scam you mentally. I bring all your ideas together and I reshuffle it, I shape it and use my mind and I will put it down. And at the end of the day, my idea will be the best idea ever on the table that day because I used my head. I've bring together what you are all thinking and bring out what you will never come across in life, and I've put it on that table. That's what's called principles. That's what principles can do. That's what power can do. And the next thing, don't take acts. This thing is more of a bold thing because the point speaks for itself. Membusa, people are really due to this thing, like motivation level on a form when it comes to these things. Because so okoya ade na okachi obi say okoya nipa kon ka say ade we dey emfa na motivation level na ba form. Me can say a bad thing because it makes everything more bad and also more worse for you to do. But my can show them saying it will never work, is a stepping stone for you because the idea is less. Who say a stepping stone amount to the extent say you prove them wrong. Go take it. Konokoye bro, because they are not thinking how you are thinking. Their mind is limited to some things. Yours is much bigger. It's a blessing for you to be thinking that way. And you have to know it. And these are all principles that you need to know for yourself and stick to it and make a living out of this. And the last but not the least step is think for everybody. That's when you solve a problem. That's when you invest your life. That's when the principle works. When you set rules and regulations in schools, in institutions, they are set their mode irrespective of whoever in the institution, in the school, they are mode into here what when I was setting rules, across. These are petty things people have to know. And I don't know if you are getting the point in here, but there is a deep point. I understand it very well, and I know that there is a deep thing you have to know about principles. If you are really determined to say what's the piece of bina bibu abrabuma, I will say oma embra obediso. He said embra Emma feeling in charge, embra Emma to me, embra Emma quite say o manipulate life on a time be open. That's the main aim of my channel. Osiaji Kelvin here on my channel, giving you the right information you need to undergo the financial free life everybody is expecting on this earth. Give me a thumbs up if this really gave you a sense. If not, giving down to know what I'm doing wrong. And see you in the next video. I'm out.